To accomplish anything whatsoever, one must have standards. None have yet accomplished anything without them. Suppose we try to locate the cause of disorder. We shall find it lies in the want of mutual love. When there is universal love in the world, it will be orderly, and when there is mutual hate in the world, it will be disorderly. Universal love is really the way of the sage kings. It is what gives peace to the rulers and sustenance to the people. A three-pronged test for any belief. Can it be verified by the sights and senses of common people? How is it to be applied? Will it benefit the greatest number? Whoever criticizes others must have something to replace them. Criticism without suggestion is like trying to stop flood with flood and put out fire with fire. It will surely be without worth. Enthusiasm is to be shown only to the virtuous, and plans for the country are only to be shared with the learned. If one does not preserve the learned in a state, he will be injuring the state. If one is not zealous to recommend the virtuous upon seeing one, he will be neglecting the ruler. The virtuous who are prosperous must be exalted, and the virtuous who are not prosperous must be exalted too. The wise man who has charge of governing the empire should know the cause of disorder before he can put it in order. Unless he knows its cause, he cannot regulate it. When universal love is adopted as the standard, then such are the consequent benefits. It is incomprehensible then why people should object to universal love when they hear it. All states in the world, large or small, are cities of heaven, and all people, young or old, honorable or humble, are its subjects. If the gentleman desires to be a gracious ruler, a loyal minister, an affectionate father, a filial son, a courteous elder brother, and a respectful younger brother, universal love must be practiced. It is the way of the sage kings and the great blessing of the people. Few are those who, neglecting the virtuous and slighting the learned, could still maintain the existence of their countries. All the gentlemen of the world know that they should condemn these things, calling them unrighteous. But when it comes to the great unrighteousness of attacking states, they do not know that they should condemn it. On the contrary, they applaud it, calling it righteous. All the calamities, strifes, complaints, and hatred in the world have arisen out of a want of mutual love. Therefore, the benevolent disapproved of this want. If we should classify one by one all those who hate others and injure others, should we find them to be universal in love or partial? Of course, we should say they are partial. Now, since partiality against one another is the cause of the major calamities in the empire, then partiality is wrong. Now, as to universal love and mutual aid, They are beneficial and easy beyond a doubt. It seems to me that the only trouble is that there is no superior who encourages it. The words of malicious slander should not be allowed to enter the ear. A defensive voice should not be allowed to come out of the mouth. The want to gravely injure people should not be allowed to exist in the heart. If everyone in the world will love universally, states not attacking one another, houses not disturbing one another, thieves and robbers becoming extinct, emperor and ministers, fathers and sons, all being affectionate and filial, if all this comes to pass, the world will be orderly. When we try to develop and procure benefits for the world with universal love as our standard, then attentive ears and keen eyes will respond in service to one another. Then limbs will be strengthened to work for one another, and those who know the Tao will untiringly instruct others. When all the people in the world love one another, then the strong will not overpower the weak. The many will not oppress the few. The wealthy will not mock the poor. The honored will not disdain the humble. And the cunning will not deceive the simple. If the rulers sincerely desire the empire to be wealthy and dislike to have it poor, desire to have it orderly and dislike to have it chaotic, they should bring about universal love and mutual aid. This is the way of the sage kings and the way to order for the world. When we come to think about the several benefits in regard to their cause, how have they arisen? Have they arisen out of hate for others and injuring others? Of course, we should say no. We should say they have arisen out of love of others and benefiting others.